Weaver as possibly a 4. Like you said, with the axe, it might be perfectly fine. Pick up like a spirit vessel. And that is definitely something like near the end of the last patch, we saw a lot of Weaver getting picked up as more of a support or as an offlaner as opposed to a carry.
Get an Aghanims.
You could even run the axe support. When you're against the Dazzle, it's maybe a better support hero. Just max out the battle.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to play behind the tower and be that super greedy Axis mode.
Yeah, for sure.
So you've been saying that this Dazzle, it's the be-all end-all hero. Is it played in the support role now, or is played core because of CDR?
It's suddenly a core, right? Because they picked Rubik. Unless we're seeing like a 3-position Tusk.
People do Rubik mid. Like that. That's
the thing.
Yeah, that's.
I don't doubt it. Rubik. I was so shocked to see those Rubik buffs. I was like, this hero was in a fine place. I'll take it because it's a fun hero to watch, but
it's just,
I don't know.
It's just crazy when you pick up somebody else's spell and it just lasts longer than when they, like, you're just a better version of the heroes on the opposing team. It's crazy. Like you steal the Winter's Curse and it has a higher likelihood to kill the person that you curse because it just lasts for longer.
Got to get that Arcana buff.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Valve is cashing in. Hey man, I'm okay if Rubik is overpowered. This is a fun hero to watch, a fun hero to play. Like, yeah. It doesn't feel bullshit to play against a Rubik. Then again, maybe it will in a month from now when we're all tired of this patch. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people playing this as mid, but also I've seen a lot of people playing Dazzle as mid. Both of these heroes are they've been buffed so much that they're strong as a core.
I mean, even Dazzle as a 3-position sounds totally fine. Like a Dazzle Tusk lane.
Yeah, people have been doing that too. It's just getting items with the cooldown reduction just makes so much sense. Like farming and getting those items, just because so many items in Dota are balanced around their cooldowns. Like you can have a Shadow Blade on Dazzle, and once you're level 18, it's permanent invisibility on Dazzle. Right, and this hero has like a 75 damage talent at level 10, so he's a perfectly fine core. He can farm, he can do some serious right-click damage if you build into like treads. I wouldn't go phase boot just because he's a ranged hero, but he's a serious threat as a core.
A long time and a lot of reserve time with this Brewmaster.
Against a Rubik too. Maybe that's why they were thinking about it for so long.
Yeah, like do we really want to pick this? But I think at some point there's always going to be spells for Rubik. And there's some that are obviously a lot worse than others, but it's drafted. I'm just going to go for it. And this does kind of go back to the Axe being a support, which is something you mentioned. I think the Broom looking more like the core hero.
Bear with me here. Both Rubik and Dazzle, damage talents. What do you need if you're going to be running these guys as a core? You need attack speed.
Troll Warlord.
It's the Drow Ranger time.
Oh,
time to shine.
I think that hero is it the lowest win rate in Dota? Let me go and
check. It got some big buffs on this.
Oh, it did.
But
TNC. Wow.
It's the people have been saying the Ags Mjolnir build.
48% win rate. That's not that bad.
Yeah. Troll they changed Troll anyways, right?
Yeah.
Battle Trance is completely different.
It just makes you like run around like a madman trying to hit people. Yeah. It also gives map hack. That's pretty legit too. I don't think that's supposed to be in the game. They might have changed that, but if you use Troll D, it used to give permanent vision of the people that you used it on, which was not okay, obviously. I'm surprised to not see so much Underlord. The hero was favored pretty highly in KL and got buffed. You now take permanent damage. If you kill somebody under Atrophy Aura, you get permanent damage. You don't steal it from them, but you still get it, which is pretty crazy. You can just like get a real right clicker on that hero, swamp towers in the late game, farm a lot faster. I guess he's not that high of a pressure offlaner is the thing.
Yeah, it's just a hero that you never really feel like you should be right click. You drop your Firestorm and then you walk away or you stay in fog.
Yeah.
Spectre. Ooh.
Assigning TNC fell onto quite a bit at the major.
Got a little bit of a buff to the haunt damage, the 70% if I'm not mistaken at max level. But not a whole lot besides that.
I really love Spectre against these like heavy team fight lineups just because it's like if you want us to pick some regular carry, they're just going to die to all of these heroes in the team fights and like the team fight abilities that they have. Like they're going to die to the spells, right? No matter what items they get. Whereas a Spectre, you just if a fight starts, you just press R and like you can't Axe Call a Spectre, you can't Winter's Curse a Spectre. The Panda Split does nothing to a Spectre. Like these big team fight ultimates do not affect the Spectre because she just presses R and she's everywhere. You know, a lot of these other carries, I feel like if you have a Monkey King against this lineup, you just get completely devastated in these in these fights. I really love the Spectre for this purpose against like a bunch of big team fight ultimate. Because she just kind of has like a better
10
one.
seconds remaining.
And scales into the late game, of course.
5 seconds remaining.
TNC, there's a DK ban, so I guess 496 are thinking a 3-position Dazzle
TNC
or Tusk.
Predators
Feels like
burn
Dazzle is maybe more suited to securing the Spectre's lane than
Team
Tusk or
pick.
Rubik.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
Assassin.
The
Yeah,
TA mid.
Game mid after banning the Husker.
So it's like a Rubik or Dazzle off lane then, presumably.
Yeah, I would Rubik Tusk maybe if you want the just have the Dazzle with the Spectre since he's going to be the best support for Spectre, I
Yeah.
imagine.
How bad is the lane of Storm against TA?
It's pretty bad. You can
10
take off
seconds
2
remaining.
refraction charges with the Storm right click with the passive, but
Storm was one of like the
5
worst heroes
seconds
initially on
remaining.
7.202. I
yeah, it's
but got
pretty-
some buffs in the C patch. I want to say.
he did. Yeah, I think they're
Damage to overload or to the remnants.
to the remnant. Yeah, it does
Okay.
like 270 max now.
Ember's always been one of those heroes that feels playable under the TA.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh, they did pick the Storm.
Yeah, nice. We'll see.
Goddamn. Lyrical on
Miracle's
point.
Yeah, the Wyvern, the Storm, man.
What the hell?
I'm
Is this
connecting
pre-
with my Vietnamese brethren.
Is this
Yeah.
pre-recorded? What is this?
Definitely.
I came into this thing like I'm just not even going to try predict picks because no one knows.
Lyrical
Clearly,
knows.
Lyrical.
How many
he
pubs-
knows.
How many pubs did you play today?
I played 2 pubs and I lost one of them. The other one was an AA mid. I'm waiting for that one to come out.
You haven't called for it yet, though. Like, if
Exactly.
you predict, I'll believe it's coming.
At this point.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? I mean, it's a little bit of a funky one. Offlane Weaver looks like it's going to be the call, and it looks like it's going to be an Axe support
Yeah.
based upon the positionings.
Yeah.
That makes sense given the
10
Dazzle.
seconds remaining.
Axe is very good against the TA. You could run the Axe
5
mid, and
seconds
with the
remaining.
battle hunger, you could actually be very annoying for her. So we were talking about like how does the Storm do against TA, but really like there's a lot of heroes to deal with the TA that's not the Storm. Like the Weaver will deal with the Storm with the bug or with the TA with the bugs, the
Right.
Wyvern with the Q will deal with the TA, take the refraction off, and then the Axe as well.
I mean, the same reason the Weaver was like a good pick because there was much control. The Storm is also a great pick. There's just a
Yeah.
Rubik lift. It's a 5-position Ninja Boogie Rubik as
Yeah.
well. So their lockdown this game is seriously lacking.
Yeah, they're gonna really need to build into some items to deal with
Like
deal
the
with this
TA
hero.
Hexer Bloodthorn type build.
Yeah, something like that.
You know the thing about it though that's kind of tough in this match, and I think that one of the things when I looked at the map changes is like that kind of hurts TAs. Ancients are a little bit further away now. Stacking them herself is going to be tough, and then
Yeah.
Storm
Yeah.
has that medium camp you can go to in between cutting waves. So
Yeah.
I think that might be a little bit of a buff to Storm and a little bit of a nerf to...
Yeah, I mean, the Ancients, they didn't get any, like, added gold as well. Like, you
Yeah.
get the same thing for Ancients, and the jungle, you get a little bit more. Storm is now going to be, like, elevated whenever he's jungling, which is always. That hero just goes to jungle. So, yeah, the jungle's great, so I could totally see Storm being okay. The Bloodstone, that got changed, too, in the C patch as well.
We're up
Right.
to
I think it's
more,
it's
10 to 12 charges or 12 to 14?
14, yeah,
14.
12 to 14, and then I believe you get, like, 0.35 mana regen instead of
Right.
0.3, something like that. I'm not sure what the exact numbers are, but it's basically just straight up better. The
Nice.
Bloodstone. So that's good for Storm. I mean, it makes sense with how the regen changes.
The
work.
active is a little bit funkier though, right? Changing the mana to
Right.
health. It's like, is that really what you want to do as a Storm Sphere? Because then you can't get away afterwards?
I don't think
know.
you're using that active really at all.
But does it consume the mana?
Yeah.
Or does
Yeah,
it just it actually consume?
I
believe
don't
it
know. I haven't
consumes
used it.
60%.
But that was when I read it. That was what I.
Yeah, that's what I
understood.
thought too. But I think somebody recently told me like it doesn't consume the mana. That's why there's such a long.
That would
cooldown
be
on it, but
ridiculously
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you can just heal yourself without
For a
based on whatever
percentage
your
of your
current
mana,
is.
so something like that.
That would be
It doesn't
insane.
consume it. Okay.
Let me check.
Huh.
I'll check.
Then yes, definitely you would want to get that on. I mean, it doubles your like HP or your mana regen regardless. So
Guys in Twitch chat or wherever you're
be
watching,
kind.
we're learning the new patch. As you guys probably at home, I know you guys know every tiny little intricacy of the new heroes. And
That's right. They're all top 100 leaderboards.
these players probably don't know what the hell how these new items and stuff
Okay, so can be cast transferring 60% of your current mana.
Transfer.
Yeah, so it transfers
It's-
it.
you're
So you're losing it. Yeah, for sure.
work. I don't
Okay.
know
Who's it
if you
that
want
told
to
me
go that. I mean,
Being fed false information.
So Kaya for sure. Null tallies
isn't
seems good.
Probably. I mean, null tallies.
Do you get any of the
to-
new?
Oh, I'm
do you
the-
get
I'm
any
the
of the new?
camera
The new. the new Kaya hybrid items. You can actually upgrade your Kaya now as a Storm.
That's true.
I think it's totally
Oh
worth
yeah,
it.
yeah.
some status
you could get
resist?
status resist.
That
Dude, that
sounds good
sounds
to me.
super legit.
Kaya
That
Sanj.
Kaya Sanj sounds amazing on
Even
Storm.
the Yasha, the attack speed's not, because you don't get attack speed from treads.
Yeah.
Which is something Storm, I think, got a lot of value out of when he wants to get all his overload procs.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
Either of those
actually-
upgrades seems
And
good.
that sounds that sounds amazing.
The other thing about it is that it's actually just strictly better too. So it's 12%, and then you go up to this one, and it's 16%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So
I don't think we'll see it being rushed, but like after your
Yeah.
second, like after you get like maybe your Kaya Orchid or your Kaya Bloodstone, maybe as like your second or third item, you have to upgrade.
To battle.
Man, I mean, you like wanted to have that Kaya in the late game too on Storm. You'd really never drop it. It's just it's too effective, and now you can get that upgrade. I mean, if Storm is good, he's going to be very, very good with this this new item. Especially if they keep buffing Bloodstone to be strong.
well, Cuckoo had a lot of practice playing support. He's playing a traditional support, but in the off-lane role now, Mr. Dazzle.
He's had some fun hero pull. Like we saw with Major, he played a lot of Core Shaman. Right, by a lot, I mean I think maybe like 2 games of it, but that was something, a hero that no one's playing as a 3 position. He's always been a bit of an innovator.
Dazzle's just such a strong offlaner because traditionally that hero builds into items that offlaners would like to go anyway. He builds into like that utility aura / healing items. Like you can build into Guardian Greaves, you can build into Medallion, which upgrades into the Solar Crest, which is very, very good in the late game now with the upgraded Solar Crest. Like the hero just functions perfectly as an offlaner. And then with the additional levels that you're getting, the cooldown reduction, the effectiveness of those items is just absolutely crazy.
50%.
It's just straight up 50% cooldown reduction. They just added that.
That was one of those changes I'm reading. I'm just like, what? Why?
Isn't that Drow's level 25 talent?
Yep.
Like,
Correct. Yeah.
Is it 50 or 60?
I think it's 40?
Someone has 40. I think SF has 40 maybe, and Drow has 50.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah. I think so. When Drow was really bad, they changed that to be.
Yeah.
oh, getting kind of low, but
Yeah, I mean,
fine.
first wave was kind of under the tower, and we're seeing it go both ways. Storm a bit easier typically to last end of tower, though that was not the case. Already freed denies on Armel. This is Armel. He's, I gotta imagine, got the edge here in terms of this mid lane mechanics.
Yeah.
He's a top 10 player, one of the best SEA mids.
A lot of these top 20, top 10 mid players are just super good mechanically.
But it's also
1v1.
SEA where I feel like there's so many good mechanics.
Yeah, for sure.
Their decision making and other team skills is often what lets them down.
Yeah.
Big creep wave
As,
here.
as we've seen.
Oh, missed the first blood. Are they going to be able to find another? Like he's living, but Wyvern goes down.
Lane where Dazzle gets a kill.
That is definitely what should happen in the Dazzle lane, though. That hero is... You just actually can't trade with Dazzle. No hero can trade with Dazzle because he just keeps the buff on you if you trade with him. It forces you off the wave for 6+ seconds.
That Storm is getting destroyed in this first couple of waves in terms of CS.
Yeah.
And now there's a double damage rune.
And it's kind of what is expected with the Storm pick, though. It's not a winning matchup. He's getting... I mean,
But
he's
it's
getting
not a winning matchup, but he should have. But he only got 2 CS in that first wave when it's under his tower. I feel like you can just drop remnants from CS there, if
Yeah.
anything.
Maybe being a little greedy.
Maybe want to, conserve his mana and miss the last CS.
Maybe mistiming it.
It does kind of make me wonder, though, what this is going to look like if he's going to be able to eventually retreat to the jungle or not. Like, it seems likely that he should be able to, because he's still getting, like, decent levels. He's about half a level behind or so. A little more than that as we miss another kill. So Weaver dies.
Sentry. Oh, wait,
Dire
that's a
Sentry.
Dire
Yeah,
Sentry, actually.
that's-
They might have just awarded that though. Weaver is a very low armor hero, though, against... although with the Wraith Band he has 4 armor, but... He's a low armor hero against the Dazzle Q, so... And the heal bomb, like, if you get out of position on Weaver and he just drops a heal bomb, you can take 60% of your HP all at once.
Good Armel here, just taunting him, basically.
Controlling that creep equilibrium really well. Keeping this wave where he wants it so that he's on the high ground, and if Storm comes near, he can just go for those side blades harass.
The nice thing for 496, though, is that if they do have Storm retreat to the jungle, they can just send the Axe mid, get him some experience, and I think he'll actually do very well against the Templar Assassin, as long as they have a sentry down for the trap.
The sentry up here, so now lane gets rough for the Weaver. I think Armel might just be one of the best TA players. as far as the active players who are playing it a lot right now.
Yeah,
There's very few players.
I mean, he's hitting a lot of side blades. Like, he's really punishing Storm in this matchup.
Oh, they know the Shikuchi's on cooldown, but even if he gets the Shikuchi off, the poison touch will finish him. Yeah.
No stick charges.
Oh man, does he have TP back? Does he have to walk back to base?
Should be
I
back
think
up by now.
Maybe it's
I'd
back up.
say.
Oh, regen top
Okay, it is.
also.
Just back up.
Lane. These runes.
Ugh.
Get the refraction to keep it up as well.
That one really hurts.
All right, mid lane's lost. It's lost bad.
We'll see what else they can do.
He can fall back to the jungle, and TA's not a hero that's going to invade your jungle. TA would rather just, you know, stack some ancients and farm for a side. I'll farm you, or take your tower really early.
Yeah.
She might invade if she's level 6 while Storm is pre-level 6, because then you can actually maybe threaten some kills with
Kill
the
him
traps.
with the traps, yeah.
But
Don't worry, guys. He's got a bottle. He's got a bottle and a
Alright.
dream.
Structures are fortified.
so
You
bottom
know-
lane, that's the lane that's going well. There we go. Our top
Yeah.
last hitter in the game, Brewmaster. Team 496. They got this bottom lane in lockdown.
He's out CSing the TA.
Yeah.
Good.
Getting some of these neutral creeps as well. Bounty runes end up trading off 2 for 2. And maybe a chance here to do a little something on the
Like an ice
seal.
fight. They're ice fighting.
Stuck in their roach pit, so.
Oh, well
Oh, he
played.
tried to time the Shadow Wave even, but didn't have quite the damage calculated. Uh-oh.
Poor old Storm. I think this might be about all she wrote is 3 heroes are mid.
That's when you ping your supports that you don't have sentries mid against TA.
This is what 496 are good at, though. Anytime these ganks are happening or like a hero swaps lanes, they punish elsewhere.
Yeah.
We saw this back in game 1 a lot
Radiant's
with their roaming
bottom tower is
Skywrath.
under attack.
It's heads up.
With the same player too. This is switched over. This was the Lifestealer in last game, now playing the offlane Brew.
Oh, that is interesting. I guess they're treating Brew more. Brew has been played a lot more as this like Radiance, no Blink Dagger build that I've seen like as more of a carry.
Yeah, I've seen that too, like Echo Sabers and Armlets and stuff too.
Yeah.
Just using the drunken whatever it's called, the thing where he runs really quickly and hits.
Cinder Brew. Or no, Drunken Brawler.
Drunken
yeah.
Brawler.
Yeah.
When he uses the Drunken Brawler, you can just kind of gap close a little bit like a Centaur ulti. So it's, yeah, you don't actually necessarily need the Blink Dagger anymore on the Brewmaster. I think you just play it a little bit.
Nice snowball away there by Timms. Gets the last hit on the creep to take off Battle Hunger and gonna taunt his way out of there. But yeah, the 496 have a lot of different heroes to sort of keep control of this lane when Storm jungles, which is nice.
Yeah. Axe is pressuring the bot lane, so I guess they don't want to rotate him there because he's actually doing a lot of work down here.
Blessed me.
If he leaves, there's just so much less pressure on this lane. And then they'll just get out front.
Ooh, Ninja Boogie. Some trouble. They move in. They also have the Tusk rotating, but Ninja Boogie is going to... No! Snowball save?
You're okay with this? The Spectre's getting kills.
Not bad at all. He needs to get level 6. He's so close, but he's not quite there. He needs to get a couple more creeps, but it looks like he's eventually going to fall.
Goodness.
Like a guy with lost it. They get 2 kills going the way of the Spectre.
Yeah.
The Spectre team.
Maybe applying a little too much pressure down there in that bot lane.
It's the 496 way, you know. These guys,
Yeah, that's true.
they want to fight. They're not going to back off. Call them out, they'll come running at you.
3 people,
Piss out.
whatever. Oh, they're ganking this TA with the axe. I think they can actually do this.
This is really big. If they can find a kill on Armel, looks like he is in trouble. Drops the trap, but is eventually going to die, and they give the kill over their Storm Spirit.
Yeah, it's only 240 gold. That 3v1 kill.
Yeah.
XP change, not amazing either.
Yeah.
He'll get a wave, I guess, but
Yeah, it's the free wave or 2 and being a
He's dead for quite some time, you know. He'd be up right now if it was previous patch, so.
Yep.
It's something.
testing for
It's
a big old
huge
stack.
Look at the size of this thing.
Run. They have level 6 here. Up and able to walk away again as they pop the Drunken Brawler. That keeps him alive. They didn't have to pop ulti there.
I've been seeing more and more people do the max Drunken Brawler build as well. Just using it off cooldown to harass. It's super
Yeah.
low mana cost for how much trading you can do with it.
It's like you get ganked, you can just pop it to kind of run away. as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. You can do that too.
Insane evasion.
Very, very
How's
good.
the movement? speed thing work with it?
It's like between 40 and negative 20%, but you know, on average, it's going to make you run a lot faster.
Yeah.
Oh, this is big. They got Ninja Boogie, Snowball, another remnant.
Oh, they went to the
followed up.
Wyvern. He's in the tower.
This is pretty bad for him, although Armella's here as well, trying to find the kill. The Haunt comes out as well, but now on low mana, need to escape, and
Yeah, they won't die for him.
just going to take the one easy kill, but back here to the south, that means that they're going to be able to finish off the stack.
Has fallen.
Okay. Overall, this Brewmaster's having a very good time farming quite well.
Farmed his first bracer pretty quickly with all the CS he's been getting.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Do we have any
yeah.
ancient stacks? There's one there. Where's the ancient?
To the
I don't even know.
Where are these ancients nowadays?
Like they got one at least.
Alright, let's kick you up to Necro book build. I like it. This is a build I've seen a lot on these core dazzles.
Where's Weaver at? He's not. He's just. He doesn't want anything to do with this lane. Look where he is. He's picking up bounties.
Yeah.
He doesn't. 3
He's being
Wraith
scattered
bands. All right.
He knows the play.
He does a lot of damage.
Oh, is Tim's dead?
Try and force to pop it. And
TNC gonna pick up.
Oh, Cuckoo maxes the heal. I suppose that's because like he's not getting contested in this lane at all, so he just wants to farm quicker.
yeah, you can shove the lane. Pressure tower.
Yeah. Nice TP out.
The range, do anything else there?
He knows, I think they, not
Radiant's
defending this one
bottom
right now, it
tower
seems.
is under attack.
Yeah.
They're getting so much elsewhere on the map, and if they can get this top tier on tower, that'd be really nice for them.
This Winter's
full
Curse. They want to use it, as well as the Cold Embrace.
Oh my god.
Should be
Dazzle.
okay.
Oh, he can.
With his Tusk gonna be able to find.
Are scanning.
On a
So
good
they're keeping the brute to defend us. They really don't want to lose this
Yeah,
tower.
you don't want to lose Dazzle here. If you just lose this Tusk, I think you're okay with what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean that's 2 TP, 3 TP actually.
Cuckoo could still get caught by this Storm Panda. Is he going to get
in
the
a position.
Cyclone?
Oh, got the lift. No,
You ran past. It's so hard sometimes.
Yeah.
You're just like clicking through the trees, going looking for him, and then you see him and you instantly run past him and lose vision, so you have to walk back.
Yeah. It's really hard actually.
This is that change. Would have loved to be able to pick up a couple of those ancient stacks if they were still there, but
Yeah.
such luck.
Yeah, still well on top of the net worth, but
Okay. Cuckoo ready to dive in on this one. Might be able to kill off the courier. Nope. But it looks like...
I know Burrow's no ultimate. This would be a nice kill if they can get it.
Ooh, nice.
the preemptive grave, but still might end up going down to it. The jump forward, trying to find the kill. Is he going to be able to get it? The shards keeping him alive. Tim's is eventually still going to fall, and Cuckoo also caught, not quite killed off yet, as they're still trying to chase him down. Storm Spirit killing off Armel. They get that finish also, so 2 dead. TNC in trouble, and looks like they're finally going to be able to get the walk away. Secret jumps out of there.
496 is playing
Radiant's top
incredibly
tower is
well.
under
Like as a
attack.
team, that was an insanely good grave though. Like,
Yeah, that
he just-
was really nice.
I swear that was some heads-up play from Cuckoo. Not that the end result of the fight was particularly good for TNC, but they got Spectre farming elsewhere. Not necessarily farming that well, but still in a good place.
He had Haunt for that fight too, and he just didn't bother to use it because it never looked good. Presumably.
Yeah.
He's farming.
But look at this. Storm getting set up and ready to jump on him with the Winter Wyvern nearby as well. This could be a big kill if they can get it. And the zip in from far away, but Gabby realizing what was coming. They get the pull back in, trying to find this kill. Gabby not in a position where he's going to go down here unless it's a heavy commitment. It looks like Gabby just escapes.
Storm very low on mana here too, but few rotations. Because they're going in top.
Awesome push.
This is the carry. This is Brewmaster, you know, not a 5-position support or a 3-position offlaner. He is the main carry for them.
Yeah.
Dire structures are fortified.
This bottle, really a big thing in my opinion that hurts the Storm Spirit is like the fact that bottle no longer scales with your int. So like the regen is just, it's always the same unless you have some sort of like other regen amplification like a heart or like a holy locket or something like that. before, if you were to carry these null talismans, the bottle would give you the same percentage, roughly the same percentage of mana that it would give you if you didn't have the null talismans. Now he has these null talismans, and the bottle actually sucks when he picks this up. Like, the bottle is worse, because his ulti's draining a percentage of his mana, but the bottle's not giving him a percentage. No. So he's just, Storm is just like, can zip less in the early game now.
They changed the clarities too, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's why, like, clarities are really good on these strength heroes, because their int is so low, and they never get int, and they give you a base amount of regen. So, like, clarity on Axe, Brew, these heroes, they love their clarities now. It sucks on int heroes.
Axe maybe support, but he's almost got his Blink Dagger up. Him.
Ooh, that's a regen for the opposing team, the Storm.
Well, unfortunate.
Not for the Storm.
Although, once again, regen is another thing that kind of sucks now because it doesn't scale with your int. It used to scale with your int. So it's like, you get a regen. I mean, it's still good, obviously. It's still good, but it's just not as good.
Uh-oh.
Radiant's middle tower is
Timeout's out of
Easy
there.
money.
Free gold.
See, I think, though, that you are going to hit this point eventually for 496 where you have Blink Call with, like, a Storm Spirit follow-up, and what does Spectre do at that point? You're just trying to save up for a Radiance right now. This is going to be a tough game for Gabby to get farm.
Is TNC, it's like this 4 create space for 1. They're not really protecting Gabby, but they know their best bet for getting him farm is just go fight in the top side of the map. Give this Spectre this bottom lane and force 496 to respond to you. And with bounty runes coming up, it's 496. They want to fight. You guys aren't backing up.
That should help.
Two runes.
Storm needs a level 12 desperately. The hero... I hear a lot of Storm players say that Storm really becomes a hero like once you have Kaya and level 12. Before then, you don't really want to do anything because it's just too... It's too costly in terms of the mana cost. You don't do enough damage.
You might if you get a good rune, like an arcane,
yeah,
regen
exactly.
rune or something.
But like once you basically you make like defensive rotations until you're level 12 and have Kaya, and then you make aggressive rotation where you actually are setting up for kills. Whereas you're just kind of like, if something good happens before level 12 with Kaya, you just take what you can get.
Oh
wow,
they got him.
Yeah, they scanned him, so they knew who was in those trees, although he did walk out of the scan. But Axe was like, okay, I scan you. I'm going to make sure that you did not leave, and you're still here. I'm going to kill you.
Well, that goes back to the whole thing that you're talking about, right? Like, they want to fight and make space up top, but if they're not fighting and not finding those, then...
Yeah. And Gabby knows, like, his team's not finding heroes. They're not actually engaging. He has to be in those trees. He can't actually farm those creep waves. You don't really want your Spectre playing in this dead lane, as we call it. But...
His team's supposed... Oh, wow. His team's supposed to be making it not a dead lane.
yeah. But
it's very dead, though.
496 is just playing away from that, but... I mean, then if Spectre's not farming... It's okay if you're farming the entire top jungle and taking rows. Like, that's where your Spectre doesn't have to be free farm.
Yeah, that's true.
You see Dazzle, TA, top 2 net worth, and Spectre at a similar net worth to a Storm. Like, that's... You can win the game from this position quite easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Big moment right here, though. They miss on the call as the snowball, able to save.
This Brew ulti's not going to do a whole lot, I don't think.
Yeah, need to be careful that you don't end up losing a couple more.
Don't let Rubik steal it.
He's just focusing the Rubik, so he can't.
Yeah, he's gonna run away. Yeah, Rubik's like, all right, give me some vision, guys. There's a trap.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
No, he got Drunken Brawler.
Oh, he immediately pops it.
Oh, good. He's a good
play.
He's a good Brew player.
Gold Embrace, keeping alive, and is eventually
That's a big buff to Brew against Rubik.
It actually is.
It has 0 cast point.
Yeah, right. It's
whereas in the past, like even a clap, there's a cast time for it.
Yeah, if you remember to click it, it's good. If you remember it's an actual ability.
Yeah.
And not just a passive.
Okay. So Rubik should no longer get to steal Primal Split.
Yeah, you should never get it, basically. It's like if you ever let Rubik steal Hook on Pudge, you're doing something wrong because you can just rot.
No, that's kind of good to know, because I was one of those things when we first saw Brewmaster picked up against Rubik, we're like, oh, that's another hero for Rubik to steal spells from, but
yeah, it doesn't actually.
Not the case.
Not actually a counter, anymore, really.
3 already up. That's gonna make Weaver's life even more difficult with his True Side, and this Dazzle is just owning so hard this game.
Actually, Necro's a 100% uptime when you have the cooldown reduction, I believe.
Not if they're dead.
Hey man, he can respawn them. Watch. Oh, he's healing it.
Graven is trying to keep it alive. Give him the punch.
Necro Dazzle is actually super legit because you put the Necro units on somebody plus the Q, and it keeps re-proccing the Q, and you can heal bomb the Necro units as well. And with 100% uptime on Necro units, you just have a gem.
It's such good synergy.
Look at... Oh wait, no.
And you farm incredibly... It's the same concept with Arc Warden getting it. His 100% uptime is because he has 2 Arc Warden Zek and Summit, but you just farm with this item. You can farm jungle
exactly.
camps,
You can farm with it. Yeah.
You go jungle with your Necrobook, you Shadow Wave, boom, clamp clear, go to the next one.
It's like a way better Helm of Dominator,
Yeah.
basically.
Way better Midas too. Like,
Yeah,
I'm glad to see this Dazzle Midas I first saw like as mid Dazzles. I was like, this surely is not the best.
Necro does kind of the same thing, except better.
Yeah. And that's why Arc Wardens go Necrobook before the Midas. They go back for the Midas just because it's attack speed, you benefit from it. It's also, you know, Midas, you're playing greedy, but you don't want to play greedy when you're a Dazzle.
Look at him, he's walking. He just always has Necro units.
Could be a pretty big winner's
Dire
curse
team
here.
just can't get vision up.
It's one downside to potentially running it like that too, though, is like the Necrobook's killing your allies or yourself.
They do so much damage. It's like the typical counter to Beastmaster with Necro. It's the Winter's Curse.
So far, they've been able to play around it really well. Armel, maybe in some trouble. You get the lift up. Need to be careful. Storm down and dead. Armel's lifted up in the air. They could buy back on Storm here. Might be a little bit too bold. Well, looks like they are going to go for it. Winter's Curse to follow it up as well. Cuckoo going to have the grave. Keeps Ninja Boogie alive as they're going to chase forward, see if they can find any more kills here. Tim's going to go down, it looks like, and now Storm chasing for more.
They're heeding your advice, Jenkins. They're just cutting their losses, and buybacks happen, they run away.
Yeah, that's
I like
good.
this.
I think a lot of teams could start doing that. In this
496 themselves.
In this region.
That's something 496. If that's 496, then they'll be like, let's keep fighting. Let's go in. Now Spectre's farming. Let's lose out TA Dazzle as well.
That's a very NA Dota thing I've come to realize.
Oh God, high
Ditching your
ground.
team.
There's just nothing. This is supposed to be an Axe, big tanky guy. It's just done.
Give him the juju.
I mean, you have the armor reduction too for the Necros to do more damage, and the mana burn is physical. So
Take this guy on a little walk.
This is starting to snowball. Like, as much as this is a great Storm/Weaver game because of the lack of control, it doesn't really matter if you're just behind and being out.
I don't think Storm or Weaver are particularly great heroes in this patch. I think that's just a problem. They were great in the last patch, but there are heroes that are so much better.
You could kill Storm no times this game, but he's just not going to be able to keep up and farm. He loses his lane and then he's just struggling.
Yep.
He has died twice, but those weren't like major crippling deaths for him. It's just the fact he's not going to be able to farm. He's lost his towers and losing his jungle.
Well, I think that it harkens back to what you're talking about with the changes to clarities and to bottle. It's harder to stay out on the map with him too. Like, needs to be able to stay out there to keep farming. But
I mean, look at his regen. 9. He has 9 regen.
He's trying to get to the Bloodstone at the very least, and if that happens, that could be another big turning point. But they need to find a lot, and it's Radiant Spectre time now, and this is when the hero really starts to come online with possibly a Haunt coming out in a second here.
Radiance came pretty quickly. I felt like he was kind of falling off a bit, but suddenly he's accelerated past all 3 Dire cores.
Yeah, he's been kind of ignored for quite some time now.
Yeah, they found to go, you know, the 4 create space for 1 is actually happening now.
Yeah.
Victor will continue to just farm the bottom jungle and lane, knowing that his team is in a position.
The great thing about these Necro units for the 4 Protect 1 is that they can deward this entire side of the map, and the way that you kill the Spectre is that you can have vision of his team or you can have vision of him. You can just use the lack of vision on the Spectre. You know his whole team is somewhere, so you kill the Spectre.
Well, walk up high ground, die very quickly. They have the Brew Split with the Radiance working, still Haunt available. They're going to pop it now as Storm Spirit tries to do what he can, but they just need to run away now, and Seal just going to die. The damage over time coming from that Gabby Radiance, and that fight never had legs.
I mean, Storm's out of mana so quickly. He just had to, he zipped in, got 2 hits off, and then had to zip out.
Feels pretty rough here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is more the 20-25 minute games we've been seeing on this patch. That kind of snowball out of control.
God, look at that damage onto this dude. He's going to be able to walk away, but the tower's already dead. Now Storm zipping from long range. He does not quite hit on it, and now he's just maybe dead? He's able to get the jump away, but Red Corgi is gone. Chase forward for more. They find another kill. Winter's Curse hitting literally nothing. And tries to get the kill there with the dunk, but it's not going to happen. Nobody from TNC is dying, and all of 496 are about to be in the grave.
Storm's like mana use to damage ratio is atrocious right now, and I don't think it's him or doing anything wrong. It's just the hero and the state of this game.
Oh god.
Look, you can't even zip the...
And it's like the just constant the cooldown reduction. It's just constant shadow wave spam. Everyone's being healed up.
He's actually just
There's
dead.
no burst, and yeah, he's just dead. It's GG.
You can't even zip anymore to the in front of the base and back.
Yeah. Tusk buys a Necro 2 in the enemy fountain.
All right, nice.
He wants in on this.
Get the meteor hammer, man. Let's go.
720 D is gonna need to give some more storm buffs.
Told you a storm. It was more like a small little rain cloud, a little drizzle, I would say. You're right off with that one.
Well, we do have a little bit of plug your ears if you don't want some spoilers about the other game, folks. But the winner of this game will be facing off against Mineski. We get a little bit of updates, production, and low tech.
I would expect that result, but I think low tech is still really good. Mineski's really strong looking.
Now,
in any case,
we've been in this situation before.
that is true.
we've seen this story, and
Mineski?
no, with TNC and 496, where it looks like there's just one that's clearly ahead. Is
This game's over.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not meant to say that. My job literally says don't say that, but
Gotta be real.
This game's over.
That's the NA Dota, and you're just like, we lost. It's
Look at
true,
this
though.
guy. He's
There are some games I feel like are very actually unwinnable at year now. There's
What's the Dota
okay
Plus
to give it out.
percentage?
That is a
All right.
99.
Not okay, Dota Plus
So
says
you're
not a-
telling me there's
Okay.
a chance.
Okay.
I have a nephew, and he recently watched Dumb and Dumber for the first time, and now whenever there's something like that, he busts out, so you're telling me there's a chance, but he's like 10.
Oh, that's really
Dude, that
cute.
movie
I'm
is
glad
on.
that movie aged well.
Yeah.
That movie's on repeat at the Moonduck House. Let me tell you, that's all they watch. Dumb and Dumber and Seinfeld.
Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Red Corgi, where are you going, buddy? They're going to be able to find him, control. And this fella, is he going to get a split off? No.
This is a tough game to watch, man. After the last game too.
Yeah, there were such amazing first two games. It's kind of the formula, you know, underdog team almost gets the upset in game 2, and then they kind of fall off.
Yeah.
Something like TNC is like, okay, we can't take them lightly. We gotta wake up. Let's just play some Dota and stop them.
Oh, Armel BKB turns and fights and kills everybody.
So many buybacks being used.
Yeah, they want everything, and they're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Triple kill.
Probably see a call in a second.
God, the Brawl 2 just wasted.
I mean, it would have been GG. It would have been Mega Creep before, not for that tier 2 tower. They could have just gone for the bottom racks with their Necro books, but the tier 2 tower bought them some time to throw away some more lives. No offense to 496. These guys played amazing Dota this series. Game 1, Game 2 were a treat to watch. This game is just out of their grasp.
Yeah, it's good in the sense that they know as a team they have a lot of potential to be like the complete underdogs and still do so well against a top 6 major team. I mean, that they have that going for them. And then also this is group stages, right? So they can still take this whole thing if they can improve.
And even this loss, I don't feel like it was like, oh, you know, they just looked like a bad team. I think they just had some really bad lane matchups.
I think so,
Armel
yeah,
outclasses mid lane. Dazzled maybe the hero you got a ban
Yeah.
on this patch. Cuckoo showing some great proficiency on this hero.
Well, can kind of understand why it's first ban worthy against teams that have Dazzle players.
And I think the other thing that really